One to run away.
Know when to run. You never count. Wait a minute.
Yes. Leave it to the white guy to make the black joke.
I like that song. I like Kenny Loggins.
That was Kenny Rogers.
I like Kenny Loggins too.
Yeah, he's good too.
Kenny Rogers, the gambler. Kenny Loggins, House at Pooh Corner.
Yes, I like them both.
I'm alright.
Cause he does On My Own with Patti LaBelle, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't have to worry about me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Midnight Show. Tonight's guest is Mr. Adam, but before I begin, if you go to the pinned comment in chat, you will find 5 GoFundMes from my friends James Colley, Angela Ariaga, Moonshock, The Hate Camel, and Maddy. All of them are good people except for James, who's a fucking asshole and he's always late.
James is here. We're missing Will.
Oh. They're both white people. I get them confused.
Well, you know that black card is starting to integrate into my soul. Therefore, it cannot be on time.
You're right. You have time blindness.
Well, no, it's not really time blindness. It's just that I cannot see into the future. That's why most of the time I can't see my ass doing much of anything.
All right, so I'm going to play the intro. Oh, you say something, Angela?
No.
It's actually anal blindness.
No, it's all good.
Yeah,
all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Midnight Show with the Midnight Crew. Rotncorpse, Angela Ariaga, James Colley, WillItForge, and our host, Peter Alexander. With special guest, Mr. Adam. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin.
God damn it.
Here.
What?
How dare you use that picture?
I'm sorry.
Just out of curiosity, you're an anime fan, correct?
Yes, sir, I am.
Have you been watching Tower of God?
Nope. Apparently I need to.
Oh, Martha Fletcher is good.
We'll have to look at it, my friend.
Bond is not the same Bond that we left in season 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
I need
The
to.
last one I was watching was when I was rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho.
I feel like he just told you that he doesn't watch it, so he has no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I need to. People have been telling me all kinds of stuff about it, so I need to pick it out.
Dude.
And Mr. Adam, are you mad at this picture? Because instead of it saying I should be in school, it should be like you should be in school.
You should be a scared. Hi,
All that protesting just grew a beard really quick.
Again,
That guy looks like that he's dived face deep in the cock before.
Hey, that's what happens when you're sitting in prison for a while. You know.
I'm going to say this now. I'm waiting for Greta's OnlyFans to spring up.
With the beard,
Not with the beard.
Oh, she's got a beard, just not on her face.
Ooh.
Oh.
Shut up.
Has an Appalachian mountain beard downstairs.
Greta Thunberg wants to show you her Manchurian candidate.
Welcome to the land down under.
Gross.
Aussies don't have. Wait, do Aussies have beards?
We gotta get Tari on. We gotta, that's gonna be one of the questions we're gonna have to ask Tari when he comes on.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys?
Yes, Australian people can grow beards.
Greta Thunberg.
Well, Greta may not support the rainforest, but she supports moist areas.
Oh.
She wants the rain.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
Who was roboting all the hell?
That was Adam.
No, that was my voice.
That sounded like Mr. Adam.
I was transforming.
Yeah, you gotta get your auto working better.
Guatemalan.
You sound like you're away from your mic again. Can't really hear you.
That wasn't me.
All right, so I was saying earlier that I wanted to look at. This is when Agent Orange goes wrong. Ouch. I wanted to revisit a blast from the past. So I was looking at Dame Pesos. Y'all remember him, right?
No.
Oh.
He was one of the old commentators, and he hasn't done much of anything lately. But
I've heard of him. I've never actually heard him.
Yeah, he was a funny little dude. But what I wanted to show you guys is this. I went back and looked at this stream here. But what I wanted to show you, and this one, oh man, the looks on the TYT face in the beginning, and then the, where is it? Let me try to find it.
I kind of scooped it
My
back. There was a child.
Can y'all hear it?
So before you get to that tier, how often do you watch the B-Rabbit versus Lotto rap battle?
Fairly often. Why?
The what?
It's in your recommended, and I can tell that you've watched it. But the one underneath it is
No,
hysterical.
okay. You know what? I will defend.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing or it's a bad rap battle. But no,
Sometimes
look at the
algorithms
underneath it where it's some person's
Yeah, bite off your dick.
I'll bite your dick off.
Oh no.
Oh, did you see the one where they took the audio out of it and changed it to the JG Wentworth jingle?
Oh yeah, yeah. What up, Digi?
That's hilarious.
Mitch, I try with you. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, you know what? Mitch is going to say anything or do anything that makes me want to stop. And then I see shit like this. Mitch, why?
So are you collaborating and listening, or
What? Oh.
It's so easy to get him off topic.
I was listening to it. Wow. And you can see it.
We actually have some actual election results.
Yeah, from Indiana?
From
See the joy on their face.
New Hampshire and Kentucky, all with less than one.
And mind you, this is 2016. This was the year that time began. You know, everything before 2016 never existed. We weren't, anyone wasn't alive. We were all dead when this happened.
I found a puberty.
I was pretty alive, but okay.
No. Time didn't exist. Like the orange evil man got voted in, and time began.
Then I guess I existed before time.
Yeah, so did I. But
I destroyed my pants in a new way.
but I just wanted to play this.
So they're a little meaningless, but
they're all happy.
Let's start with Kentucky because we don't care.
See, look,
73-25 Trump.
Kentucky, who cares?
Second one we don't care about, Indiana. Don't care. 69-28. New
again, he this is the beginning, and then it gets worse, and then you can see the wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Like it.
Yeah, I can't wait for this fucking speech. Yeah, sorry I let you down.
Can I jump in for a second on that? So I went outside to take a breather.
So again, they started off happy. We don't give a fuck.
I bought into your fear mongering. Ida Rodriguez.
All joy, and then by the end, the wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Yeah, I just want you to know.
It fucking is amazing, and I can't wait till it plays out again in 2024.
It's going to be the way. Tried not being a complete fucking retard.
That was described as before and after Chank farted. Digi, we are gods, Angela.
Who is?
Oh no, that's my friend Digi.
Well, no, who the gods of what?
I don't know.
I'm not a god.
Hold on, Angela. When someone asks if you are a god, you say yes.
They didn't ask if they were a god. They said we are gods. That's why I'm asking of what.
No,
let's put it this way. If Zool or Ozer ever asks me if I'm a god, I will say yes.
Okay.
Because they, I'm pretty sure, can stomp me into oblivion. I'm pretty sure that I can handle you.
Wow.
If I'm ever asked if I'm a god, I'm going to take 3 CBD gummies. Say, nope, but I am a higher power.
I mean, I'll tell them that, I feel like that sometimes because I'm ignored until some people want things.
Yes, true.
No, I might say something like that.
If you want my body, and you think I'm sexy, all you have to do is go.
No one thinks you're sexy. So, Mr. Adam, how have you been?
Oh, I've been all right. I'm not making any diamonds as of recently, so.
You're what?
I said
Mitch's comment.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like the Rihanna song where you're supposed to shine bright like a diamond. I don't know exactly how it's supposed to go.
Anna just does it the wrong way.
That's creepy, and I'd imagine she is a uber cunt in real life.
Actually, from what we've been seeing from her recently, she's been getting it a lot better.
I was gonna say she's actually starting to learn some things.
When issues start hitting close to home, you tend to have a change of viewpoint.
That do be true.
Yeah, but
when gigolos start going in, when gigolos cost more than what they used to.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what, James?
When gigolos cost more than they used to, she's going to be pissed off.
Isn't she married?
Yeah, and who's paying for juggalos?
No one pays for the
Not
juggalos.
Gigolo.
Probably just hang out with them.
Male prostitutes.
Buy a bottle of Fanta or something like that. What do they drink?
It'd be Fago.
Fago.
It'd be Fuego.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that.
I was getting ready to bust out my map of the Upside Down.
I was about to go pray.
No, I haven't reset my alarm for the show yet. And
sorry about that, my friend.
No, I was getting high like our guest. Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, it's legal in our state, so
are we allowed to do it on show? Like, cause
no,
I don't care.
No,
I mean,
we really should not.
He was pre-doing it.
Yeah, dude.
He was pre-partying.
Legal in Michigan.
Well,
just out of curiosity,
if I'm allowed,
how many teeth does giraffe have?
Draw of hands.
Honey, what?
How many pants do you want me to draw?
How many? What can I? What when?
I'm so confused right now. I can barely hear James.
Oh shit!
And then
I did.
everybody started talking at once.
Sorry. I was asking what did James say?
Okay.
And
So what I think happened is we got a new person, and he said, "Hey, it's okay to get high," and I said, "Right on," and then he said, "But you don't need pants," and I was like, "Dude, I agree."
And I said, how many teeth does the giraffe have?
2.
Wait a minute. This I found this, and I have to say, cancel Ricky. I'm being facetious. Or I'm being hyperbolic. Can y'all hear?
Wait, cancel Ricky? Yeah, who's Ricky?
I'll just play it.
Oh no!
I'm gonna do your style. I'm gonna do you. I like there was a guy called Gangnam, but he had a style.
Yep.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Oh my god, I can't believe Donald Trump is dead! Oh my god!
He's alive! Ah, shit, I glazed his ear. Fuck!
Oh yeah, he's the one.
He has
that,
another one.
He has another one.
Yeah, the one about him looking like the sniper.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that.
I didn't see that
Did
one.
he say he glazed his ear?
Yes, he glazed his ear.
No, he did say grazed. It just sounds a little weird because of him.
It could be, it's nothing wrong with a little glizzy in the ear.
Ew.
Like I said yesterday.
Yeah, the meme I have for this one I can't show on there because it's the dead guy who did the shot.
Mm-hmm.
But then it takes the Haktua chick and she's spitting at him.
Oh no!
See?
No.
God. Wait a minute.
It's a little condiment to the glizzy.
Giving him that, giving the shooter after he's been shot a little bit of that Haktua.
Spit on that thing.
Stop, please.
Stop.
Oh, she's not spitting on his crotch. She's spitting on his face.
I don't care. She's like the bane of my existence.
Oh, she's a complete fucking retard.
Absolutely.
I want to. I can't wait. I want. President Camacho.
In 2024, what will you do first?
First of all, I would Will Smith half of Congress. I would walk through Congress like whacka, 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 whacka. Make them reevaluate.
If elected in 2024, what will you do?
I think.
Who was
President
that?
Camacho?
Who was that?
Michelle
Is that
Obama.
supposed to be like Jack Black?
No,
or Tenacious D?
that was Michelle Obama.
No, behind Big Mike. Like who's the overloaded ZZ Top?
Overloaded ZZ Top, because there's not Jack Black or anybody that I'd recognize.
I'm so disappointed
See you, Mitch.
in Jack Black.
I'm not surprised
Hi,
at all.
Mitch.
He's been a fucking hippie guy like that, just like Kyle has as well.
I
The fact that he
feel-
went out and had his whole speech for that whole shit, like he's been going through the whole like vote blue thing for fucking decades.
Yeah, I've been able to separate him as an activist with him as a artist, but he has just reached.
Yeah, that's what disappointed me.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be doing
Kept
enjoy
the two
things
things separate.
he's done.
Yes, exactly. I think I could give two shits about him going
Like when
forward.
it
but
was
I'm still
the
gonna
last-
watch School of Rock and be okay with it.
I was gonna say, like in the last election cycle for president, like yeah, he made a more left leaning one where it was like kind of it was like a get out and vote song or whatever, but he wasn't like saying, "Hey, vote for specifically the Democrats."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, I don't care if that's what you want, and that whole thing, but ever since. Jesus Christ, I swear it's like the Dixie Chicks got pissed off at Bush, and then when people fucking pressed Taylor Swift of like who she was going to vote for,
Yeah,
more
but that
celebrities have just
beat
got
her
their heads.
up almost to get her to say something.
Well, because
Honestly,
hold on. I say it just seems like every celebrity now seems like they have to fucking throw that out there so fucking much.
They don't.
When they should just shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Honestly, I
Say,
believe the Taylor
I'm
Swift
here to-
issue is because of her record label.
I think that the problem is that they're afraid they're going to get browbeat into coming out with it anyways. So just like she was, so they turn around and just spout off their shit anyhow.
Well, I mean,
you about to say, Will?
That's what happened with Tenacious D is their insurance companies were like, yeah, we're not gonna work with you anymore. So
well, and Kyle's talent agency did freaking drop it.
Yeah.
Which honestly, that one's a to be expected.
All right, this is what I think on that situation. I think Jack Black got go from Disney and said, "Oh no, if you want Kung Fu Panda 25, we need to stop what you're doing and denounce him." Like you can't. No one can tell me that Disney didn't have a hand in this.
Because like this is the way I look at it. Because of the whole thing that's been going on with like the left that's been getting canceled, basically. Like I said, Kyle's talent or his agent the agent or agency or whatever that represents him dropping him because it's bad press makes sense. The people that went and pressured fucking Home Depot to fire some dumbass because they're like, oh, I wish Trump would have been shot. It's like, I don't feel sorry for the person losing their job, but I don't think what they did was right.
Whoa, hold on. You're allowed to have two separate thoughts at the same time?
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. Holy shit.
I'm of the school of.
I mean, this is showing them, as they have been saying for fucking years, of it's freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequences.
Well, this is a perfect example. Yeah.
That's your comeuppance, bitch.
Hey, Home Depot doesn't, you were on camera in your apron saying, I wish he didn't miss.
If that happened, then yes.
If that happened, yes, but I want to say it was something that they had posted on like Twitter or on Facebook.
Yeah, no, I think that's what it was. It was
Is
like
their job in their way?
Now, I do know that there was a firefighter who was kicked out of his fire department because he has all that on his social media.
Yeah.
And he is a bit higher up, so they fucking booted him because they're like, no, you have all of our stuff in your social media. It's like, okay, I work for Sherwin-Williams. My thoughts do not.
I thought he resigned because he didn't want
screen.
to. What's that? So my ex, I wanted to kill. Yeah, I needed professional help. I figured she was right.
So I hired a hit.
A hit man.
Thank you, Forge.
How did you get the funds for that? What did you sell?
Because I do not represent the company that I work for and that whole thing. And like when I'm wearing my uniform, unless I'm discussing with some coworkers or whatnot, I'm not blasting out what my opinion is. It's the same reason why, like, when you're in the military, you're allowed to have your own opinion, but if you're going to go to like a political event to protest whatever, you're not. So it's like you can get in legitimate trouble for doing it in uniform.
All right, so that's why
if you want to be able to express yourself politically online, you keep your employment out of your social media.
And that's what I do. No one knows where I work until I tell them. Like, even then, I'm pretty sure you can call my boss and they would laugh in your face because I'm protected by a strong union. And unless I do something at work, they can't touch me.
Well, you're also not saying, that this is the beliefs of the TSA. James, are you fucking drunk?
Can't touch me.
James's oxygen level might be dipping.
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Do I sound off?
I think you're
Yes,
alright.
you did. You were slurring big time.
Everybody who's losing brain cells thinks they're okay.
Hey, I'm having the first
Oh
week
shit!
I've had
I know what
in a
else I
month.
wanted to talk about. Fucking Destiny.
Oh my!
Did they turn on the
I'd
radio?
rather talk about Boogie, lying about having cancer.
That too.
Okay, that's another one. Oh.
What's going on?
Look,
All right.
my opinion on Destiny is this: he had the right to say what he wanted to say. Kick had every right to kick him off if it didn't go with what they agreed and whatnot. And while I know a bunch of people say he's a cuck, technically his relationship is an open relationship with his wife. But I'm pretty sure his wife has more potential lovers than he has currently.
All right, I'm not even going to talk about that. What I want to say is it's the doubling down after everything has been said. Like, you can't show a modicum of empathy.
I mean, I'd actually say flat out if he goes more into it, then yes, he can. Because if he truly, I think it was like Monkey said it, if he truly does believe what he says and that Trump was Hitler and is Hitler and is a fascist and a traitor to the country, then he shouldn't feel bad about it. Does it make him look like does it make him look like a monster? Yes, it does. But if he truly thinks he's in the right, he shouldn't care.
Well,
no. Go ahead, Angela.
He should not. The thing that he said that is not okay is that the innocent bystander there got shot and deserved it. Now that was fucked up.
Oh, he can get bent over sideways then.
All right. Okay, I can. Like I was saying, if you dislike Trump and you think him getting shot is a moral good thing, then whatever. But the fact that a man died protecting his family, whether he was on the right or the left, whether he was, he believed Trump was Satan incarnate, or he honestly didn't believe Trump was Satan incarnate. He got killed because an asshole was aiming for the existential threat and fucking missed.
That is what I am angry about. You're gonna say what you want about Trump. Trump put himself in the public. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is asking for shit to come down on you. That guy was at a rally. That doesn't mean that you should be shot at and killed.
Well, and that's kind
that
of
you
the
should
point.
be killed for being there.
Well, no, not being killed, but
You don't even-
he was a bystander. He was just somebody who was watching the rally, and he died covering his wife and daughter.
Dude, the firefighter went out like a straight fucking G.
Agreed, but my issue is, what if this firefighter, and now I'm pretty sure he didn't, but what if he was honestly on Destiny's side and didn't believe that Trump was Hitler, but he's there supporting his wife and daughter. He's not there supporting the president. He's there supporting his wife and daughter because he loves them, and no matter what they think, he's still gonna love them.
Yeah.
And what if he was honestly on Destiny's side? He was happy that someone was killed because they were at a Trump rally, which doesn't mean anything. Because again,
well, no, because didn't the whole thing get brought up because somebody pulled up like a tweet that this guy posted, saying something like
the only one I've heard of for a fire department is one that was in pro shooter.
The thing
No,
that
the
got
firefighter
brought up
guy.
was that come on.
I think they were definitely was saying that, like, if anyone in my support, like anyone watching my stream, you support Trump and you get killed, I'm not going to shed a tear. I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going to joke. I'm joke about your death the very next day, and that's what he said, or to that effect.
Yeah.
I want to take that a step further.
Go right ahead.
Why hasn't Joe Biden said anything about it?
He has. It's
Yes.
just unintentional.
Yes, but he said it in Joe Biden's voice, so you know.
No, about the
I want to make
firefighter.
sure Donald Trump was okay, and we shouldn't have the political violence. But the bullseye.
He's
you
not
know,
going to mention the firefighter specifically, James. It requires that he retain
he said there
that.
was going to be a bloodbath.
Well,
It's
you
like
know,
he couldn't say Lincoln Riley's name.
Yeah, well, the thing with I could only get through part of one of Joe Biden's response speeches because of all of the crap and lies in them, including the whole "we're a democracy and this is bad and he's a threat to democracy and this isn't good democracy." I'm like, we're not a democracy. We're never. Founding fathers didn't give us a democracy. They didn't want us to be a democracy, and.
To go into that whole thing, kind of go off what Polydub was saying, it's like we are a form of democracy, but we are not just a strictly majority rules democracy like everyone thinks. Like we are a representative democracy for the most part.
Hey, that's kind of
Democratic
why we had a
Republic.
civil war.
That
Yes.
too.
All right,
Yeah,
so
and the Democratic
we've had
Every new state coming in was going to be a new delegate, and they were like, "Oh shit, we
1,
can't have
2,
this."
3,
So
4.
how are we going to, work this out? And yeah, it's not a. Ugh.
That's okay, Tier. Was never actually able to make my first initial statement.
Go ahead, make your statement. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, no, it's been like a good 10 minutes. What I was going to say is, why are we looking at maybe he was just there to support his family? What if he was just a guy who doesn't know what he thinks yet?
Yeah, what if he did that? Yeah.
To determine whether or not, like, who he was going to vote for.
You know what I realized about, and this is, and they've done like now on the streets about it. They've done those types of, hey, let's go to a Trump, talk to Trump supporters and see if they accept you versus the Democrats, and you have like black man don't know which side he on. He goes there and he like he's welcomed. He's hey, come on in, you come with us. And then the woman goes to Democratic side, and they're all blood and vinegar.
that reminds me of a joke.
Go ahead.
These two white guys and a black guy all die and go to heaven.
Oh, Lord.
One's a Polak, the other's a Christian, and then the other's a white guy. Anywho, Polak says, when I was on heaven, I really felt discriminated against. They made jokes about us and told us how dumb we were. St. Peter looks at him and says, "You know what, brother? There is no discrimination here in heaven. Spell Rose and you can enter in the kingdom of heaven." ROSE. And he goes right on in.
Okay.
Next is a white guy says, in this modern age, I felt really discriminated against. I mean, nowadays it's all about, if you're a straight white male, then you get no respect and you have to pay for sins of the past. St. Peter says, "I understand your plight. And there's no discrimination up here, brother. Spell Rose and you can enter in the kingdom of heaven." ROSE goes right on in. Black guy says, I lived a pretty decent life. Left behind 2 children, loving wife. Life got really good for me, and then I died. Says, "Well, that's nice to know. Spell chrysanthemum and you can enter in the kingdom of heaven."
Wow.
Provided to us by our friend of the show, Travis Gardner. It says, "I prefer the real dangerous slope." And then you see Dan Slover goes, I said the real one in Rooftop Koreans. He goes, perfection. Thank you for that, Travis. But it is a clear distinction between how the right does things and how the left does things. And I could be generalizing, but for the most part, the left will beat you and say you're wrong for doing this, but you come join our side, you're on the right side of history. Where the left is like, just come on, laundry ain't a dick and an asshole, come over to our side. It's getting bad out here because either you're on there's no middle ground in this fight no more, and that's scary.
See, and I was always like, you know, if I was in the entertainment industry, I mean, really in the entertainment industry, hey, I'm not here to talk politics. I'm here to entertain. On with the next song. On with the next performance.
Whoa. You were getting really close to... why don't you just have them all slap on blackface and do minstrel shows, you bigot?
But don't you remember, like, you didn't know who voted for who about maybe up until like 10, maybe the last two presidential cycles.
You started.
We knew who the Dixie Chicks voted for.
Lame. This is going to sound lame, and it's going to sound like it's just because I'm the Christian girl. But around the same time that people stopped thanking God at award shows is around the time people started getting super vocal about who they voted for.
Replace one God with another?
Exactly.
I noticed an uptick around Clinton.
Damn it, I can't find the video I was looking for.
What?
No, we were talking about something earlier, and one thing earlier, and it's the one black comedian that had talked about the cell phone thing with the minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now he goes, I don't think you're a racist, then you're officially a part of the KKK until you've gone to your second meeting. And he kind of looked at the old crowd. He's like, I got this friend. He says his name and whatnot. He's like, he went to one because he didn't know, but they had barbecued. And he's just like, bro, like, what do you expect me to do? It's like, I had to stay for the meeting. They fed me. He's like, and as I'm sitting there talking to him, like, I can see there's a to-go plate. And it's like, dude, are those the KKK ribs? Like, I was just like, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh man, like I would love for this to happen to me, but be close enough to Tier to where I could tell him about that and have him like come over. It's quite literally like before I'd even get into an explanation, I'd be microwaving food. It's like, you know, reheating food, and we'd be sitting there eating barbecue. And he'd be like, oh man, this barbecue is good. Where'd you have? Like, yeah, this is the barbecue from the KKK meet. Like, oh fuck yeah, this tastes so much better.
Oh man, this is some great shit. Like fuck, next time you go get a double. Give me some more. Mm-hmm.
Ask them how they do their sauce.
I mean, is it based on the spices and the rub that they put on the ribs, or?
Oh my god!
Because I have a way to wax this or rub it into a whole advertisement that we can do.
KKK rub.
Wow.
Feel the racism. Taste the racism.
You.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
That is just.
You know, my
that's
ribs.
The difference between a communist and an American. Communists put a rub on there.
I have a really, really bad. Go ahead, James.
I was about to say.
You finished, James.
Because I finished.
I had a
thought what I said.
Okay, I didn't understand your joke. But I just got this vision of them using Oishi Fried
Oh, she fried chicken.
Oh, damn it.
Wait, you mean to tell me this is black bean fish fry?
Angela, that was exactly what I was trying to avoid.
I'm going to get me some of that Oshi from that colored fella.
I'm the one that was bad, Adam. Don't so that you wouldn't have to feel bad. Because I knew that was where you were going.
Yeah. But
Oh, no.
a subtle hint.
New from our Oshi products.
Yes, but
Southern Ghost Pepper.
Southern Ghosts are not necessarily so subtle.
Great for all those guys in hoods.
Taste the racism. Look. It is lynch burning good.
Goes great with Lynchburg.
What you want to do if you want to get your Oshi ghost pepper really good, you get it in the grooves, and then you light a cross on fire, and then you set the barbecue light, and get it really smoking char, and then
I mean, they use the cross to get the extra smoke flavor.
yeah. And hold on now, I gotta admit this, they're not racist. There's a T for time to go. They're trying to be helpful.
Look, dude, you're gonna get me kicked off his advertisement catalog, just like the Home Depot lady. Okay.
Well, if you cross your wood,
he's gonna like, you're on Tier stream, and Tier was saying all this racist shit, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. I was blindsided by it. I was just sitting next to Kyle Glass, and all of a sudden he just starts saying all this crazy shit.
He's the one that sit you down in his office and goes, Mr. Adam, I need to cut you off from the program.
Also, I must say this. Tier is a black man, if that makes a difference.
Oh, wait, what?
Yes, I am one of the coloreds.
Oh my goodness. Even worse, he's going to be like, yeah, you had a colored person.
Well, technically, he's not black. He voted for Trump in the last election.
If we're going to be honest, off what Biden said, he didn't say if you don't vote for me, if you're not voting for me, you're not black. He said if you don't know who you're voting for, you're not black.
Oh, okay. But I still feel like he came to my house and broke down my door and stole my blackness.
If you know what Samson calls us blackness, then that's kind of terrifying.
I'm going to pull a John Cena, and I'm just going to record an apology video in Chinese and tell him, look, Oishi FC, look, I still want to promote you.
Look, China, I know you don't like black men, but I'm going to promote this black man's product.
Look, I want to amend the bits.
You don't need to apologize for what Tier and James say.
Angela, you gotta remember two things. Tier's a racist.
I'm aware.
And James, he looked around his bedroom before he told that joke.
You gotta remember something too, Angela. James is a racist.
In your bedroom.
Well, probably not you. If you have to ask him that.
Joke.
Oh my
God. Well, speaking of race, I got a video I'm gonna go with it. Tier.
Yes. I see it.
So this one's subsect to white people.
Today, I will be ranking and defining the different subsects of white people. Up first, we have a classic subclass of Caucasian, which of course is the granola whites. Known for their outdoor lifestyles and functional clothing, the granola is far from an issue within the population. You can catch these whites climbing rocks or kayaking on any river possible before cracking open their eco-friendly coolers to retrieve the most disgusting and calorie-efficient lunch you've ever seen in your life. Generally nice people, although they can be preachy about their lifestyles and health in general, so we're going to give them a clean 7 out of 10. Then on the other side of the coin, we have the pajama pants whites. I cannot stress how important it is that you steer clear of this phenotype. The consequences can be dire. Feeding off of only Monster Energy drinks and whatever 7-Eleven has available at the hot bar, these people are running on the lowest fumes possible. They will throw hands over any seemingly innocuous statement, and they wear dirty Batman flat brims. That's a 3 out of 10 from me. And then finally, we have a group that I have labeled the board game whites. Yes, they might spend 80% of their Friday night figuring out a rule of the board game that they're only going to play once before inevitably going back to Catan, but they're friendly, they're quiet, and they're always looking for someone to join their campaign. 8 out of 10. However, not to be confused with card game whites. Competitive card game white people are a whole different ball of wax that I don't have time to go into. Today, I
know all
Pokemon,
of those
anybody?
people.
Out on a chart and put on every wall, just so we can know. For all of them.
For all
I
of
know
them.
all of those people.
For all of them humans. You fucking humans.
Not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. Where's the JG Wentworth thing?
Adam, I almost want you to type whatever you say in chat so that I can hear you. Or so that I know what you say, because I am having the hardest time hearing it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll try and
I don't
keep
know.
closer
Oh,
to
that's
the
so
mic.
much better. What did you do?
Just got closer to the mic.
Okay. I'm sorry,
hold
I
on.
don't know why.
Oh yes,
it's a hard
that
time.
is awesome.
That's
And I so wanted to do that to my nephew, but there's several points.
Yeah,
I
that
do
is
this to my nephew a few
because
times.
you like the movie. That's just because of your nephew.
No, I just wanted to do that to him to see.
Hold on.
How long it taken to bite through the straps?
Is it too early for Halloween stuff or no?
It's never too early for Halloween stuff.
I'm sorry. Did you just imply that there's a too early for Halloween?
Well, yeah, you gotta at least have Thanksgiving, right?
He's young.
No.
He doesn't
Wait, what?
know.
Thanksgiving is after Halloween.
Oh, well, yeah, well, I don't think about Halloween.
Halloween is the beginning of the holiday cycle.
I actually got a Halloween advertisement flyer this week.
Really?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What is it advertising?
I think it was at Michael's. It was,
Get your pumpkins.
Halloween.
or-
I love Michaels. They advertise Halloween all the time.
I have seen Christmas stuff at Big Lots in October.
Really?
I've seen Christmas stuff everywhere in July. So.
I've seen.
Yeah, well, the person who came up with the notion of Christmas in July, one, genius, longest delivery days of the year, pretty much. Two, I hate him. He needs to be shanked
needs
in
to
the
be
town
shot.
square. Oh no!
Whoa.
Shooting's too fast. He needs to. It needs to be a slow bleed.
Whoa.
Charred and feathered.
Hard and feathered works.
All right, let me play this one. Where is it?
Painful but survivable.
I have a structured settlement.
And I need cash now.
You just JG Wentworth 8 Mile?
I did JG Wentworth 8 Mile, James.
Look,
It works
I
though.
love it.
if you have structured settlements and you need cash now.
I've also seen that turned into Crazy Frog.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Taylor Swift. She is chosen to be Time Person of the Year.
So is Hitler.
Yes. Who hasn't been Times Person of the Year?
Me.
I
Donald
haven't.
Trump?
Actually.
I haven't.
I've been Times Person of the Year.
You have?
You say you've been times.
You know what? I'm gonna make an image of me as Time Person of the Year.
So here's
I
a
don't
different
think
comedian.
Time knows who I am. I don't think they realize I exist.
I don't think you
Everyone's
realize
the
that.
biggest wimps in university. Like, I was at a family dinner, and my sister had the audacity in front of our whole family to just start complaining about it. And she's like, you have no idea what it feels like to be my age, 22, and under this much stress. You have no idea what it feels like to have a society raining down on you with this much pressure. You have no idea what it feels like. And tomorrow, I have to write an 1,000-word essay by tomorrow on the storming of Normandy. You have no idea what it's like to be my age and under this much stress. And in this amazing turn of events, my grandpa just looked up from his dinner and he was like, you know, when I was your age, we stormed Normandy. Grandpa. Everyone is.
Yeah, when I was your age, we stormed Normandy. That's how you shut that shit up quick.
Well, you're not going to be able to use that anymore coming up. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, sadly.
What?
That those gentlemen that fought on that beach are starting to go the way of the dinosaur.
Yeah, don't even get me started.
It is
You're gonna
a
make
sad
me
reality.
cry, man.
Do any of you all know?
And
oh shit! Travis sent us a picture. Hi, Mom. We're on television.
Do any of you all know of the Austin Von
Hey, Travis.
Letkerman? He's an Army warrant officer. He's been doing like a bunch of different funny stuff. He even got a thing for the VFW. I got a video for that when we're done, or at one point.
Yeah, it's a nice setup.
It is.
Will, I have a problem with your meme.
Oh?
Please explain this problem that you have with the meme, sir. If you, s'il vous plaît.
We'll be back. I'm gonna grab a drink.
Well, it's the second sentence. It's the second sentence I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with caffeine. You have a problem without me having caffeine.
I don't have an alcoholism problem. You have a problem with my alcoholism.
Listen, sir, you don't have a problem with the alcohol that I'm consuming.
I would like to talk to you about the thing just at the show.
Nice lady.
I have to say, by the way, who needs Time Magazine to know who you are when we're on Travis's TV?
That's true. I don't give a
Exactly.
Travis knows who we are, and that's all that fucking matters.
Now, I'll put it to you like this.
Times Person of the Year, 2006.
Really? Time Person of the Year.
What are we?
Biggest
writing?
cap out in the
Why
world.
does that guy look like a road warrior?
Time Person of the
Fish
of the
lips.
Year.
What were you saying, Adam?
When?
You started to say something after I said we're on Travis's TV.
Oh yeah, what's Travis?
Grab a drink real quick.
I'm sorry, I did not intend for him to do that. What? What were you saying, Adam?
I was just inquiring what Travis TV was.
No, Travis Television.
Travis Gardner's television.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you the proof that Will is the Times Person of the Year in 2006.
As I said, who hasn't?
Must have been a slow year.
According to that, we're all Times Person of the Year.
No,
Yes.
only if you're an Apple user.
Oh,
that-
this shit, I'm fucked.
The actual everyone here qualifies because the actual subset intended was like content creators.
Ah.
Oh, cool.
And I'm back.
Hi, Beth.
No, it's not copyright infringement. Your name is one word. Mine is two. I'm Batman.
So I guess they just want me to put on my little fez and strap on my little vest and dance along to this cranked played musical instrument.
Are you
For their
saying that you're a
entertainment.
cappuccino monkey?
No, I don't like cappuccinos. But I will say I am dancing for entertainment.
All right, here we go with
Oh, that was good.
Gen X rise.
It is Mandatory Fun Day. Y'all didn't know I could clean up good. I know what you're all wondering. Yes, I am wearing Crocs right now. I'm also not wearing pants. There's a bunch of Gen Xers that say they are rising up, and I have no idea why. If somebody could explain this to me, that would be great. What happened? Did somebody finally tell Generation X that Friends wasn't funny? Did Generation X get taken out of someone's MySpace top 8?
Don't you pants?
These videos make you sound like you're preparing for a fight, right? The only thing you're fighting is for your life when your CPAP turns off at night. Generation X is rising up. They're rising up. And I hope their knees can handle it.
Gen X rise.
Generation X rising up is like watching your dad try and fix the Wi-Fi. It's not going to work. He's going to call somebody younger to come get it done. Generation X is rising up to the challenge of using social media without their children's help. Generation X is rising up right out of their recliners. Generation X is officially acting like the boomers on social media. And I'm going to throw up. Millennials,
I ain't
if see
rising
any
out
of
of
you
my
doing
recliner,
this,
no
I'll
how.
call the police.
Wait, hold on. That's a real
Maybe
thing?
this will call the police.
Holy
All right.
shit.
I want to go find this kid and like teach him the difference between his ass and a hole in the ground.
Wow.
Which guy? What, that guy?
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck in that.
Yeah, go have fun with that.
He won't learn.
Yeah.
I mean, one, he is military, so he does have dark humor, but like I agree with part of stuff because like there are just but the whole thing we're seeing, the whole like Gen Xers rise is because we're hearing Gen Zers bitch about Gen Xers, and it's that whole thing of, you know, kids bitch about their parents and parents bitch about their kids, and most of Gen Z's parents are Gen Xers.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm getting me something to drink. But I can hear you.
Actually, I think Tyr is going to check out his toaster.
No, I don't check the toaster.
A tear that doesn't go in the toaster.
He did get on one of the actual like primetime media things because he got popular through his reels and whatnot. Like the biggest thing he usually gets shit for is because he's he's a dad, and he's a dad of like 2 to 3 daughters.
You're talking about that guy with the face makeup? Like he looked like a fucking.
No, that was a fucking filter that those people were using.
It's a filter?
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm fine.
Hey,
Needs a few tweaks on that to get the Darth Vader effect.
I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
No, definitely not muted.
We heard everything. All the farts and burps.
I mean, it's bad
No.
enough I had to explain to, I'm pretty sure it was a Gen Xer, what an actual millennial was. The dude literally thought that Gen Zers were millennials because that they were closer to when the millennial ended. Look, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The generations need to stop acting like their entire generation is above reproach, because every generation has a metric fuck ton of retards in it. Doesn't matter if it's boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, Gen Zers, Gen Alpha, or it's like the greatest generation, silent generation, whatnot. They all have had a metric fuck ton of stupid people there.
Yeah, I mean,
that's.
There are, unfortunately, the population of stupid people is higher than the population of smart people. It's just that the level of stupid has risen while the level of intelligence has not. But
That's why I've always hated the old saying, if you need to respect your elders, because, or not that saying, that was like stupid people don't make it to my age. And it's just like, are you sure about that? Are you fucking sure about that? Because I've met quite a few of them.
But I've also sat there and I think that the generational divide, or the way generations are divided is actually messed up because you're more likely to have stuff in common with people whose parents were all in the same age range rather than people who are necessarily in your own age range.
Okay.
In that one, I'd say it more people, or like the person in general, because I've seen it both ways.
Well, so if we're talking about the stupid ages or stupid people in each generation, the silent generation, they just didn't talk about the stupid people.
They shuffle them off to insane asylums.
Well, we had that, and plus the biggest thing that hasn't helped, and I actually want to say it's one of the few times I give Will Smith credit for this one. He's like, I did dumb shit when he's bringing up like his kids stuff or whatever that they've done. He's like, I didn't have a camera, and he's like a video recording device in my pocket to put it online. That's really the biggest thing a lot of them forget is like, your generation did just as much dumb shit. It just wasn't recorded.
Yo, Kefk.
Exactly.
All right. So again,
if you
our stupid, the stupid shit that each generation has gotten to would be tamed by comparison to what the next generation always does. And like you said, we didn't have a recording device on hand to record it. And when we finally did get recording devices, we were pretty much mostly adults. Like, I think the first cell phone camera didn't come out to after I was doing full-time work in what? I want to say 07, 06, around that time frame.
Oh, I had a cell phone camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like I still remember the flip phone, and we didn't have cameras for that.
Oh, there
I had a flip phone with a camera.
Yeah,
I did. Probably was shitty.
that was like my third phone because my first two were both Nextels. The first one was the original Nextel brick, then the second one was the original Nextel flip brick.
I agree. I still want Gen X to apologize for Friends.
I like Friends.
Yeah, my first one was one of those indestructible Nokias.
One thing that I did
see, Kefk hated
realize
it
while I
too.
was in the hospital, Friends and Seinfeld are the same show, just 10 years apart from each other.
No,
Okay.
Go ahead, James. Go ahead. You have this one.
To finish my thought, but you get to the greatest generation, war solved a lot of the stupidity in that generation.
Yes,
because a lot of the stupid ones
generally don't last.
Exactly, but then you get to the boomers. Drugs took care of that problem, and lack of having warning labels. It wasn't until the millennials come around that everything has to have a warning label, and the government's expected to take care of your children. Actually, it started with us, the latchkey generation.
I will say this to you, James. Who pushed that?
Our generation did. Our parents.
The parents of the millennials that did that, and I won't say all, but it is the colloquial, generation of that. Not just every single person there, because like my parents weren't the ones like my son needs a participation trophy because gosh darn it, he was out there.
I had a mom that said, "You get a scuffed knee, it's a good day."
Still irritates.
Well, it kind of coincides with that meme,
Sesame Street,
where it's the boomer, and it's, hey, I sold my house for 30% over the value to BlackRock over to some random person trying to start a home. You know, like as much as people don't want to admit, a lot of this shit has been rolled. The shit has been rolling down the hill since the 40s. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, actually,
Yeah.
for that. 'cause,
Earlier, we can argue earlier, but
Well,
the reality of it
I
is,
think it was before the 40s that they got rid of the federal cap on what interest you could do for any loan.
yeah, and also
It was also in the 1920s to when Dodge sued Ford to go through the whole thought process that you shouldn't be trying to pay your factory. It's like upgrade your factory and pay your factory workers more. You should be looking more at your shareholders. You should be more beholden to your shareholders than you should everyone else.
I want to play this one because this was fucking hilarious.
Oh.
This had to be some sort of PETA rally type thing, a furry convention. I don't know, but it's fucking stupid. And
was ist das?
Oh my god, they really are sheeple.
Ha!
Oh, there's a black sheep.
Yep, there's two black sheep.
One way to confuse all those New Zealanders.
The poor old Asian woman who's sitting there stitching together this fucking sheep.
Speed dating in New Zealand.
Oh, the poor old New Zealand lady.
Oh, hush, dude. Not you, Adam.
Oh, what?
James and his New Zealand joke.
Hey, they got an official New Zealand wizard.
Yeah. No, I think he's. Oh, are you talking about the mall wizard, the little gnome wizard?
I don't know whether that was a freaking PETA thing or whatever. All that looked like was the organizers' poorly disguised fetish.
It just looked like people who decided to take the sheeple thing literally.
Okay, but all of us here were born before 1982, right?
Negative.
Nope.
You're forgetting about here and Rotten.
Yeah, we were
There's kids here.
Hold on.
How the fuck they get in here? My doors are locked.
Exactly. I don't remember opening my door for any kids.
You guys are the kids, dear.
No, I'm sorry. We're not going down that road. I'm not having this conversation. Again.
Actually, I prefer not to either. Given that
okay, my whole point of it is
my age that are less put together.
Yo, Kyivedam.
When Angela and I were children, they had after-school specials about not talking to strangers and yada, yada, yada. They had movies about kids that were abducted and all that.
Oh, yeah, it's because there was
the point of it is only the stupid people got abducted.
Well,
and we didn't have to deal with them.
No, it wasn't just only the stupid people that got abducted. Predominantly what it was, and it's the thing that people don't talk about in that whole thing, the majority of the people that got abducted for the longest time, part of it was stupid. The other was they were abducted by the other parent.
Yep.
Yeah.
They went to the one parent's house because of child custody things, and then they just didn't give them back, and that parent left with them.
Dude, yeah,
what we really had was just there was a lack of childcare and paying attention to that. So, like always, instead of being like, okay, we should just try to make sure people are more into that, they shifted the pendulum way the fuck the other direction to overcorrect, because it's what they always fucking do.
Yeah, but
I mean, they were doing that back in the day. Mental institutions too. So I mean, they were
that's like for the missing children thing. A lot of the missing children were, for the longest time as well, were kids that just like went to go stay at a friend's house for a week and just didn't tell nobody, but they're still considered missing.
Yep.
All right.
I would
like to think I tried some shit like that. My mother would fucking kill me. Like, Like, there'd be no fucking way how I could stay at a friend for a week and not tell her. She would murder me the moment she found me. Shit, if I didn't tell her where the fuck I was going, an hour later, and she had to fucking look for me, it was fucking death. And I was at least 16 around this time. Like, so
yeah, my parents
that
are like
just
that,
fuck crazy.
Yeah, they'd be what's going on?
You know what I hate? This I say this, and I'm gonna continue to say this. I fucking hate it when she would call me on my cell phone and ask me where the hell I am. Mind you,
no, you had a cell phone.
Yeah, we ain't the same.
No, I'm talking about after
the cell phone till I was 16, and again, it was the next tail brick.
No, I'm talking about like round 2010s. She'd call me, ask me where I was, and I'm like, "You just called me on my goddamn cell phone, woman. Why did you call me? You could call me."
I have no idea what critter that is, Kefk. And it's like the whole thing. It's like, oh, what's this? This gets flashbanged.
Mine was very simple. If you were not going straight home after school, you told your mother the day before, because there was no way. Like, my mom worked in an answering service. I couldn't call her and tell her that I was going to go someplace else.
I lived in a rural area, so I kind of had a little more free range.
I had a specific time that I was to be home, and if I was not going to be home at that time, I had to let her know the day before.
Fair enough.
If you haven't called collect from a phone booth and waited for the operator to say your name, and you had to be creative to the point of going to be late, bye.
Yep, it was. Hey, I'm ready to be.
And then you hear the operator say, would you accept charges? You say no.
What are we talking about?
We ain't the same.
Who's been in prison?
Well, we ain't the same, because I always had a quarter for the phone.
Again, I'm going to throw that whole thing up. I grew up in a very rural area. We didn't have phone booths.
Well, I grew up in a very rural area, but if I was in a situation where it was calling home from a phone booth, it wasn't a quarter for the first. It wasn't a quarter for the calls, or even for the first minute. It was a pocket full of change for the first minute. So I was like, "You have a collect call from, hey mom, we're done at the rolling rink, ready to get picked up. See you soon."
Oh, technically, it was only 15 cents.
Oh, like the coolest.
Yeah,
thing
no,
ever
it was,
to me, was when my
the
mom got a
local.
picture.
Yeah, the local call was 15 cents, and
No, we haven't did life advice in a hot minute. Let's see.
At the the call home from the roller rink.
Dear Prudence,
please deposit $1.25 for the first 1 minute.
That wasn't a local call for you?
No, we have very
where I grew up.
Like me, we lived in a more rural area. So, like, if you're going to go to the roller rink, you're going to the town over.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was a 35-45 minute drive to the roller rink.
Okay,
Unless
it was
the roller rink in
Yeah.
Hudsonville, and that was closer. That was a lot longer.
Well, we have.
God, you are relatively close to me, because like the roller rink I went to for a while is in Holland.
Wow.
Well, most often we were to what was the name of the place on 28th by Kalamazoo?
Oh, okay. I don't go down that Kalamazoo area, so I don't know that way too much.
Wow. We're spread out, but our local numbers spread out as much as we do. So, like,
well, it's that weird thing for us that, like, with what he's talking about, we're not just going like, oh, the next town over. Like, that's also changing counties.
Yeah, I was.
That's so weird.
3 towns. Say I was
I have
technically
never claimed
three,
Michigan does things intelligently.
3 towns in one county
Well, it's the
line
same in
over.
Texas.
See, Angela, the town I grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
we had 3 towns nearby that we could, technically 3 towns nearby that we could call locally. Although one of them ceased to exist as a town after the fire at the one main building there. Shut down the entire town.
Okay, that's
The one main
kinda
building
like where I
on the
lived in
railroad
Alabama.
on the railroad crossing. Yeah, I couldn't call the county seat locally.
Yeah, like where I grew up, it was technically a town, and then where I went to elementary school was considered a village.
Okay. You know what? We haven't done in a hot minute. We haven't done life advice. So I've picked out a few titles.
Never flush. Always you flush the urinal with your elbow.
No. All right. So
what?
You said life advice.
All right. So a Dear Prudence. We haven't done a Dear Prudence in a hot minute. So
Dear Prudence.
All right. We had the titles I found are Help. My husband left our newborn in a hot car, and his way of repaying people, and I use repaying in quotation marks, who saved her is sickening. Help. My dad's girlfriend wants me to apologize for what I said about her kid. She can keep dreaming. And help. My stepdaughter wrote me a letter after years of silence. Her accusations are horrifying. Adam, since you are the guest, you get to pick. Adam gets to pick. He's the guest.
Let's go with the first one.
Okay. All right. Again, this is Help. My husband left our newborn in a hot car, and his way of repaying people who saved her is sickening.
Well, before we get into it, can we go ahead and just crucify him for leaving the kid in the car?
Well, could you repeat it actually, because you started it out and then it kind of roboted out.
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear it, so if you don't mind.
Okay, it's again, title is Help. My husband left our newborn in a hot car, and his way of repaying, and that's in quotations, the people who saved her is sickening.
The fact that he has to repay someone because he was a dumbass and left the baby in the hot car is sickening.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's rock.
All right. My husband and Lance and I have a 10-month-old daughter, Isabella. Last month, we had a near tragedy when Lance came home with Isabella from daycare. Shortly after he pulled into the driveway, he was distracted by a phone call from work and came into the house and forgot Isabella inside the car. It was over 90 degrees outside, and by some miracle, our next-door neighbor's 13-year-old daughter, Aubrey, was in her front yard, saw Lance pull up. From what Aubrey told me, she went and got a hedge trimmer her dad had borrowed from us and came over to return it. While walking past the car, she spotted Isabella in her car seat. She tried to open the doors, but they were locked. She dropped the trimmer, rushed to our front door, rang the bell repeatedly. I had just gotten out of the shower and was toweling off, and I couldn't answer it. I later learned my husband was still on the phone in his office and ignored it. When Aubrey didn't get a response, she ran back to the car, used the trimmer to smash open a window, and got Isabella out.
And dumbass charged them for that.
Isabella was conscious by then. Aubrey rushed her inside her house to her mother, who is a nurse. I only became aware of what transpiring when I came downstairs and heard Aubrey's 10-year-old brother, Alex, pounding on our door, yelling for me and my husband. When I opened up, he told me I was told by the terrified Alex what happened. We rushed over to the neighbors to find Isabella lying on the kitchen floor as Aubrey and her mother worked to cool her down with cold compresses and a portable fan. After several terror-filled minutes, Isabella woke up and began crying. Just as The ambulance arrived. Isabella spent the night in the hospital for observations, but thankfully was all right, able to go home the next day. The doctor said she's been in the car for 10 minutes longer. She likely not survived. I gave my husband hell for what happened to Isabella, and he has been nothing but remorseful. Here's the part that truly me seeing red. Excuse me. Lance's car is customized, and he treasures it. The car was a gift from his parents for his birthday. When Aubrey was breaking out the window, she put some dents in the frame and a big scratch on the pane of the door. We have insurance and only ended up with our deductible out of pocket plus around $1,000. Lance is insisting we have Aubrey's parents reimburse us for it. I can't believe this. Their daughter saved my baby's life. She even cut her arm in the process and needed stitches. After my husband forgot about her and he wants Aubrey's parents to cover the damn deductible. I have told him this is disgusting and that there is anyone to blame for this damage to his precious car. It is him.
It's him.
Our daughter in this situation. His response is that Aubrey's dad makes a lot of money so they can easily afford it. He said he is willing to give Aubrey's parents a chance to pay us before he takes them to court. I'm sickened about the prospect and have told him so, but he won't budge. What can I do to make him see reason?
Have him charged with child endangerment, which is exactly what he fucking did.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm turning around. Go ahead. Try to take them to court. Have them put a counter charge on you for child endangerment. Because not only not only did you almost get your child killed, their child was injured in the process of saving your child.
Wait, I mean, so he left the child in the car?
Yes,
he got a phone call, left the kid in the car.
He went to go in his office area.
He forgot he had a baby because his phone rang.
Yep. And now he wants to charge. He wants to bill them for the cost of repairing the window.
Oh, I'm all for him taking them to court because he's gonna get fucking railroaded.
If he takes them to court and there's a decent judge, if there's a decent, honest, God-fearing judge that isn't some slimy prick, they're gonna get far more than he'll get.
No, he's gonna get the jury where the one dude has tickets for a ball game and he wants to go there, and the other one, has a dinner arrangement that he needs to get to. And
well, most civil case, depending on the jurisdiction, most civil cases aren't handled by jury.
Yeah, that one will be handled completely by the judge, but it's highly unlikely when it gets brought up that he endangered his own child, and the only reason this damage
it's not murder
car was because a different child did what was necessary to save another child.
He got injured in the process. Yes, countersue.
Yep. You will eventually let him do it. Let him do it.
He's essentially, hopefully, setting the blaze on his own stew.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those whole things as well. Like, if she were to decide from this that she wants to get a divorce, she's going to get full custody.
She would, and I would award her full custody.
I was going to say, in this case, I would totally give her full custody. That guy should not be around children.
Yeah, like the only way he's going to have visits is supervised visitation.
I wouldn't even give him that.
Well,
why would you even give him
hold on, because I'm not going to deprive the child.
Yeah, you
don't. You guys can look at this whole thing of just punishing the guy. I understand that, and I'm with you. But the child is innocent and has done nothing wrong. So the child has decided that they don't want anything to do with the asshole. He would still get supervised visitations.
Yeah,
and maybe if he grows from there, he could go beyond that.
Fair enough, Rodden. I can see reason to that. Don't deprive the child because he's a dick.
And the thing with supervised visitations is that person is never alone with the kid. There is always an observer present.
He was willing to fucking leave it he was willing to let it nuke in a car. Like a fucking microwave burrito. Yeah, have somebody fucking watch this guy. This guy's fucking retarded.
Yep.
Adam, I've already got bad visuals of what was happening to that baby. I didn't need the microwave burrito analogy.
Well, look,
okay, I've had fucked up jokes about like kids dying and whatnot, but I don't mean it for it to actually fucking happen.
There's a nice Lion King diaper wrap around it, so it's.
Some people should not have children. That man is one of them.
All right, so James, which one did you want again?
The third one.
Okay. All right. Help! My stepdaughter wrote me a letter after years of silence. Her accusations are horrifying. I was Ellen's stepmother from ages 5 to 15. She lived primarily with my husband and me since her mother was legitimately unwell. My husband died and Ellen went to live with her maternal grandmother. I was basically told to never contact them ever again. I had no legal standing. I tried to reach out to Ellen on social media when she was in her 20s, and I never heard back. I mourned and moved on. My husband and I were in our mid-40s and had twins. I love my life and my family, but I always regretted how things went down. Ellen recently wrote me a letter. It was vile. She basically accused me of being the reason why everything in her life went wrong, why she didn't graduate from high school, why she got into drugs, why she had several abortions and later gave up a baby for adoption, and finished it by writing, she hoped a house fell on me. It was a gut punch. I basically raised Ellen, but I was never her mom. Troubles happened during the time I reached out and she never responded. My husband tells me to stop torturing myself, that I couldn't have known what Ellen was going through if she wouldn't tell me. I haven't responded to the letter yet. Should I? What should I say? Is there anything to say at all? Don't say shit. Fuck her.
Really?
Wait,
really
so
quick.
this was her kid or this wasn't her kid?
It wasn't her. She was the stepmom.
It was her step kid.
Step kid.
Her
Yeah.
her late husband's kid. And I'll let everybody else talk first because I'm
just trying to clarify because like things just I didn't quite catch everything. So was a stepchild who then went back to live with the birth mother?
No, grandmother.
Okay,
grandmother and the stepmother.
So the stepmother didn't adopt her, but
could not because biological mother was still alive.
Yes.
And when the father passed away,
hold on, Angela.
Mom has no legal standing.
Just really quick, Will. She was told by the grandparents that she could not have any contact with her, correct?
Yes.
I was going to say that was stated in the article. Then it isn't her fault. She should not have any guilt on this.
I agree.
In fact, I think she should get like a gift certificate.
This right here. Don't respond. Leave it be.
Yeah, you kind of have to because there's nothing that happened was your fault. The only thing that is going to happen is that you're going to fall down a giant pit of guilt and despair.
Let's say no matter what you say, she's never going to believe you. You could come back with the whole thing of like, hey, I wanted to be in there since I'm not your biological mother. I had no rights to it, and your grandparents said that they didn't want, but I wasn't allowed any contact. So,
Yeah, that sounds that I don't know why. Maybe the grandparents. This is what I think. Now, hear me out. I could be wrong, but I think the grandparents poisoned her against the stepmom.
Oh, probably.
So you think
Oh
the
no,
grandparents
that's
were-
not a probably. That is an absolute.
That's a definitely.
Hold
That's
on,
why my
but there were
kids-
only 5 bullets in the chamber. 1 + 2 + 1 + 1.
No, I mean, contact clue from the article. Don't contact her, and then everything going to shit in her life.
But you think the grandparents actually would poison?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they
Talking
blame her
about actual
death.
poison. No, they're talking about feeding her bullshit about how the stepmom didn't want anything to do with it.
Okay, well, are they spoon feeding the bullshit, or are they using a fork? What are we
God
talking
damn
about?
it, man!
No, they got her tied down with
They're using a funnel.
They're using a funnel.
Plunger.
Me and Will are the same thing. They're using a funnel.
And a plunger.
And a plunger.
The plunger's not gonna work because it's gonna pull it back up. They're using a ramrod.
Oh my goodness. A ramrod.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're Team Ramrod.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
You went that far.
All right,
Okay,
Listen,
so
we're gonna go to no depth to get to this joke.
okay,
All right,
so
let's
I
go.
have a bit of a perspective on this
Okay.
because I am that step parent.
Oh.
And I have not had contacts with my 3 youngest stepkids for years because I was told by the sperm donor who had the legal custody after the passing of Mrs. Forge that, well, by way of his lawyer, that if I reached out to them again, I would get sued. I have no standing.
Yeah.
Despite
Yeah,
the fact that when their mother was alive, the judge recognized the connection that I had with the kids separate from their parents as a constant part of their lives. And I was independent of their mother, given unlimited contact. Not just because of their mother, but separate. But as soon as mom is not in the picture, I have no rights.
Well, I want to say that's probably because, and I could be wrong on this one, but like before she passed, you could have went through the process. I mean, you may not have known. You can be considered a legal guardian of that whole thing, and not just through marriage.
Still wouldn't have worked because their biological father's alive.
And how active is he?
I can tell you
in
exactly
terms
how
of-
that can work with the biological parent being alive. They would have to actually be able to sign over their parental rights. And
Oh,
the
he wasn't
catch
going to sign
with
over his
that-
parental rights.
The catch with that, I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about the situation that we read about. The catch with that is that the mother was unable to sign any legal documentation because she was clinically insane.
Yeah. So in this situation here, the grandparents definitely poisoning the kid's mind against the stepmom, and has been feeding, force feeding all kinds of crap to turn the kid away against their step parent. That is the only reason why you cut off all contact, unless you think they're doing something illegal. And if you thought they were doing something illegal to the kid, you'd report it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's take the kid away because that hurts them, and then turn the kid against them because if they ever get back in touch with them, that's going to hurt them.
Oh yeah, that's happened to my cousin with his own kids because before his biological mother and that whole thing, but like his ex and his biological mother had turned his children against him. And he tried to do that whole thing of I want to be a part of their lives, but they kept getting irritated. And he's like, okay, I'm a child who went through, who dealt with the whole thing of having to go through a divorce. I don't want to be on my kids, so all I'm going to hope for is look, if you don't want to be around me, I won't be around. He's like, I'll be available. and hopefully you'll come to realize that your mother is a lying bitch later on, just like I did. Except for exponentially earlier.
But where it comes to
God,
this,
Jesus Christ! I'll read this one. This one, I was sorry. I'm listening and I'm looking for more Dear Prudence stuff, and I saw this one, and I have to read this one.
I figured you were looking for love in all the wrong places.
Looking for love.
Usually is.
Oh,
I was going to say, in a case like this, it's really hard. I can't say that there is any good answer because you're not doing anybody any favors by not replying. But I'm not sure there's any good reply.
Yeah, because even if you say, "Look, I would have loved to, but I was, legally bound not to."
It was not my choice to be absent from your life.
Yeah, like quite literally, the only thing you could say is, "It wasn't my choice to be absent from your life. That was forced upon me by the law," or it's like by your grandparents.
Don't even just.
Well,
yeah, the thing is, you still don't want to say or do anything.
All right, see you, James.
Turn the kid away from it. Turn the kid away against the other figures, and that's where I've had struggles. Is 2 of my kids are old enough to reach out to now, but I don't know what to say.
Yeah. All right. This one is. All right, help. My husband skipped my father's funeral, so I cheated on him.
Whoa, hold on. Wait. Could you
Wow, that escalated quickly.
That's all kinds of wrong on all levels.
Could you run that title again real quick?
You know what? I think I've got it already put up.
Help.
I need somebody help. Not
All
just anybody.
Help. My husband skipped my father's funeral, so I cheated on him. That's the title. My husband Joe and I have been having problems in our marriage for a while, even though we've only been married for a few years. It came to a head when my dad died and he wouldn't even come with me to the funeral because his friend had a gig at a comedy festival that weekend. So I buried my father, got drunk in the family home alone. My mom and my brother died in a car accident a few years ago, so it was just me left. And when one of my neighbors I grew up with came around to give his condolences, I cheated on Joe. I felt really bad about it once I sobered up, as it wasn't something I ever expected of myself. I went home early, told Joe, and it's been a lot ever since.
If it's a divorce, it's completely deserved.
He wants
one. Don't lie to us. Don't lie to us, because things started getting rocky very quickly. You were looking for the opportunity.
You were looking for
an excuse.
You were looking for an excuse. Alcohol and the death of your father was the excuse. Yeah.
No, like
it was a total jackhole by not being there.
Yeah, and it could have been one of those whole things. I'm going to throw it out there, and I know this sounds terrible, but this is some of the shit I've dealt with as well. That one friend who had a gig, him being there could have been the thing that helped him actually perform it. He could have promised that he would have been there and everything. Like, I understand there's still things that happen, but if he doesn't have the greatest standing with the rest of the family and friends, it could be exponentially worse that he is there
than versus him not being there. Yeah.
I mean,
all right.
I don't know. That's a crazy situation, sir.
Dude, I've seen some weird shit in my life.
Well, I mean, I was absent for my mother-in-law's funeral because that would have been quite the situation.
All right, there's still more, but Andrew, you wanted to say something?
You going, hey, let's have a drink and joy, probably would have looked bad upon you.
Yeah, well, let's just say that I'm saving that for the passing of my second mother-in-law.
Andrew wanted to say something?
I can't agree with you guys at all. The second somebody in my family dies and the person who is with me is going to make me deal with that alone, we're done.
then what she should have done was filed for a divorce. Like, don't get me wrong. I actually do agree with you in that whole thing. He still should have went.
Yeah, I'm not defending him.
I'm not like still any reason he would have would still make more sense to go with your wife. Look, bud, I know you have this. It's my wife. I'm going to help my wife first. She was looking for it. From everything, it sounds like she was looking for an excuse to cheat on her husband.
Let me continue.
If it was the whole thing, it wouldn't have mattered whether or not it was her dad dying and a mixture of alcohol. She wouldn't have cheated on her husband. If she didn't like that whole thing, she just served him with a divorce first, and then had sex with her neighbor.
Exactly. And you know what? Because the neighbor had Super Nintendo instead of a Sega Genesis, that's the reason. That's the solid reason that she went over there. If dude bought a Super Nintendo.
Let me continue.
I realize you're trying to be funny, Adam.
Oh.
I'm
all right.
Again.
He wants.
Your suspicions are correct, and I have failed. Crash and burn. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, he wants to forgive me, but he gets angry and mistrustful a lot. There's a lot of fighting. He doesn't think he has anything to work on other than forgiving me. Any attempts to point out anything he has done that wasn't great for our relationship is seen as an excuse. Maybe it is. We recently started therapy, and our therapist said there will be a lot of anger, distrust, reassurances, and hard work for years to come. It isn't really awful that I don't want that. Maybe if we'd been great before, I could see it being worth it. But spending years grading myself raw because against Joe's anger, just to climb back into a not that great relationship we had before seems masochistic. Worse, at least masochists get off. I'm not enjoying this. I want to go home and move into my dad's old house instead of selling it. My job is remote, so it wouldn't be a problem. It just seems like Joe shouldn't get to be the one to dump me, not the other way around. And for the record, I have no desire to get back together with the guy I cheated with. I was not incapacitated, but I was pretty drunk and very sad, and it seemed gross for someone to leverage that into sex. So it kind of seems like she kind of was,
okay. Now I'm getting a better picture of her, and I don't like her either. And she's trying to Me Too this affair that she had too.
Yeah, she
really,
had a
really
32X and a Sega CD. She knew she was doing.
I mean,
don't get me wrong. I am number one pissed at the guy.
Yeah,
but
they should just call it quits.
As
like, why waste the money?
Like, everything she did after that point was just wrong. Like,
I mean,
literally everything she did after that point was just wrong.
And I hate to say it, but it goes into the point where it's, for some reason, people like to absolve people of their agency and say, you know what, because such and such, they don't have any control of their decisions or what they're doing with their life. They're just whimsily fucking walking around in this reality. Who knows what they're doing, But they got to that point, and all of a sudden, at a blink of a moment, it's gone. This is what I don't like. I don't like this shit. It's like, dude, you put yourself in that position. I hate to say it, but you did. That's where we're at. Okay, and so if you didn't take the warning signs coming up to that point, what the fuck? How much empathy do you want me to have for you? Like,
literally, it's
holy shit, we're live. Shit.
I'm sorry. What?
I thought
you made a joke.
Yeah. It literally sounds to me like she has made no decisions of her own at all whatsoever, including getting married. It sounds like it was just the thing to do. And so she did it. And then she realized that it wasn't going to be super fun because marriage is actually work. And she didn't like it.
She just wants. But see, that's the problem. I see. She doesn't want him to leave her.
Well, now that she's made the decision, that she doesn't want this, now that she's figured it out, and she was the one that fucked up. She doesn't want to be responsible for being the fuck up.
But she also doesn't want him to leave her. It seems like like you said, she doesn't want to be the fuck up, and she doesn't want to be responsible. She doesn't want the stigma of, oh, you cheated, so you broke up that marriage.
Yeah, that's exactly it. She wants the marriage to magically dissolve. She doesn't want it to be her fault that it dissolved.
So it sounds like she wants her cake and eat it too. Like that's the vibe we'll get it.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
that is 100% what it is. You're not my real ladder.
You can't have your tres leches and work your ladder as well. Is that the ladder that was on the side of the building?
Nah, too short.
Too short.
Hey, tres leches is wonderful.
What does that even mean? How is there
tres
three
leches
milks?
is 3 milks.
Yeah, what milk? Like milk and then
It includes
half milk and then full.
It includes regular, plain old milk. Usually some type of cream plus sweetened condensed milk.
Wait.
This one's kind of boring. So I'll read this one. Help. My dad's girlfriend wants me to apologize for what I said about her kid. She can keep dreaming.
Yeah, that was the one I wanted to hear. What did you say about a kid that somebody's demanding an apology?
I just brought my first place and proudly hosted a get-together to celebrate. My dad decided to spring his new girlfriend and her 12-year-old kid on me at the party. I was too busy trying to host and make sure that there was enough food to be more than annoyed at this. My house wasn't exactly kid-friendly, and I have a lot of breakable stuff plus 2 elderly cats. I see where this is going. They were chilling on the landing of the second floor when the kid asked if he could pet them. I told him they were not very friendly to strangers and to leave them alone. The little brat decided to ignore me and chase the cats into my bedroom. Then he locked the door and tried to drag my cats from under the bed. Instead, my cat scratched him up and ended up knocking down my bedside lamp, breaking it. At the noise that alerted me, I got upstairs, pounded on my door. The kid was crying and I was pissed. I went to the mother and asked if they could kindly leave. She got defensive and tried to blame my cats, said her son was just a kid. I said if he were 3, I would understand. But given that he's 12 and apparently can't follow simple instructions or have the common sense not to wander into a stranger's bedroom, lock the door, and harass my pets, it's time for both of them to go. It was almost a scene, but my father had enough sense to hustle them both out. Now the girlfriend wants an official apology, and I told my father that will happen when she pays for the lamp her kid broke. This entire scenario is just stupid from start to finish. Other than just avoiding my father because he also been glued to the hip, glued to as many of his girlfriends ever since my mom died. What are my options? Wow. Fuck that kid.
You don't have options. You're pretty much dealing with it the only way to deal with it.
I mean, I know I'm never gonna. My parents are never gonna divorce, but my dad wouldn't do that shit, and that's basically his dad being a fucking asshole because he knows he's getting pussy, and I don't really like saying it that way, but it's the truth. It's basically, well, son, you need to overlook this because I'm banging this kid's mom.
Well,
You
no,
need to accommodate me because if she doesn't, I'm not going to get laid.
No, the father is, from what it seems like, the father is being neutral. He's not.
The father should be on his son's side of like, hey, he was told not to go in there. Like, quite literally, boundaries were set. Your son not wanting to listen.
Yeah, no, you don't, as a guest in someone's house, go do the opposite of what they told you.
True.
To do. That is not okay. If he wants to actually turn around and make this thing a family thing, he needs to actually turn around and tell her that her kid needs to be disciplined for being an asshole.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you this, if my kids had turned around and done something like that when they were little, it wouldn't have taken the person who owned the house telling me that they needed their ass beat to turn around and give them a whooping.
Well, again, I'm pretty sure your child would listen to you.
That's true. My kid would not be turning around and chasing a person's pets around their house after they were told not to. Or even asked nicely not to and given the reason why.
At least the cats
You're
fucked them
lucky
up.
you just got scratched up a little, you little brat. Darn thing
lucky.
could have bit your nose off.
Yeah. They're elderly. They don't take shit from nobody. I have one more, and that will finish out the evening. Help! My girlfriend's sister stole my expensive Lego set, and I threatened to sue her. Packages?
Your best friend's sister stole your
Girlfriend.
Lego set?
Girlfriend's sister.
But it was their Lego set that got stolen.
Yes.
Okay.
Packages constantly get stolen in our apartment complex, so I usually send packages to the parents of my girlfriend with their blessing. I ordered several large and expensive Lego sets after finishing a major project as a reward for myself. They got delivered to the house, but went missing in the few days it took me to swing by. Delivery guy shot a picture of the packages, and my girlfriend's mom swore she left them in the laundry room for me. What happened was my girlfriend's stepsister, Amy, helped herself to the packages. She claimed that she thought they were hers, and when she opened them, her son went crazy and wanted to play with them. Amy didn't see the harm. Her son destroyed over 2,000 in Lego sets, and all I got was a tub of mismatched pieces.
No, she didn't care because in that whole thing, as soon as she just like, okay, I have gotten the wrong package and opened it. I fucking delivered it to where it was supposed to go.
No, I don't even think it's that. It's not like you look at a package and it says.
No, I mean quite literally, like it was in the box. It was supposed to be for me, but it actually wasn't for me, and I didn't pay attention to what it said on the label because I knew I was expecting something.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole thing, it sounds like she wasn't expecting anything, and it was just like, oh, I must have a secret admirer.
What? I told Amy that she'd pay for the replacements and we call it even. Amy claimed she didn't have the money because she was saving to fix up her car, and a real man shouldn't be playing with toys. I threatened to take them to small claims courts, in which when Amy's father stepped in and paid me back. Now things are very frosty between my girlfriend and her family. Initially, my girlfriend was on my side, but now she makes comments about how I escalated things and should have let it go. We finally had a fight where I told her it wasn't my fault that Amy was a damn dirty thief, and that what she did wasn't any different from taking money out of my wallet. I'm now sending packages to my workplace. It is a hassle since I work hybrid. I thought it was pretty good relationship with my girlfriend and her parents until this. Is this a red flag or not? Fucking yes.
Yeah, she's
Dude,
turning around and
run.
siding with.
If you're not living together, just break up now because you're going to save yourself a lot of time and hurt.
No, I don't know. I think he might be able to fix her.
Dude, he's not Bob the Builder. Let it go.
Well, come on, yeah. What was his show called? Bob's
Bob the Builder.
No, the new house for fixing.
Bob Vila.
Bob Vila.
Yeah,
Bob Vila,
Vila.
this old house.
This old house. Look,
Handy manny. Let's
this lady,
see.
Look,
Well,
it
Bob
just takes
Vila
a
was a
couple of
different
plywood.
thing. He was a real live human.
Yeah.
Yes, we watched that when I was younger.
I like this old house, but again, she's a fucking. All right.
Simple
Well, I don't know if
fact
you can fix a
is
crack horse,
that there
so
was
I don't know.
actual wrong done to this dude. I don't care if it was your family.
But even then, when I first read this, I was thinking that the sister was a child, just based off the title. Little kid. All right, let's see where this goes. But she's an adult. She has a son of her own.
Yeah.
And she decided that since she couldn't afford something cool like that for her kid, she was just going to steal his. And that's not cool.
Yep.
And
that's why I like
girlfriend
didn't
side
have
with
because
Hold on.
I gave her a little bit of leeway of the whole thing. Literally, when I lived in Clovis, New Mexico in the military, I had I was expecting a package, so I didn't double check it. And since I had it to where I actually opened the wrong package, I walked it over and knocked over, apologized for opening it, said nothing about what was in it, and gave it to them. Because like I said, I was expecting a package and it was supposed to be delivered that day. They just put the wrong key in the wrong box.
All right, Angel.
So I don't know if she was expecting something. Most likely, from the sounds of it, she wasn't. And then having the whole thing of like, well, you're a grown-ass man. You shouldn't be playing with toys. Bitch, fuck you. You are not the arbiter of all men. You're not even the arbiter of what a real man is, so shut the fuck up.
Angela. Angela?
This is a bitch that doesn't like that she can't afford stuff for her kids. I understand and can even sympathize. But I couldn't afford a bunch of shit for my kids. What I did was I saved a year and a half to get them each an American Girl doll. I didn't steal somebody else's. I saved my money to get something good for my kids. I did not steal other people's shit. Just because you do not have the money to get something good for your kids does not make it okay to steal from somebody else.
Yeah, it's a good thing too because you can hear the cops behind you. They'll be right ready.
Well,
I was just saying, dude, run.
Yeah, agreed.
Don't walk. Don't skip. Don't jog. Run. Sprint
Run far,
like
run fast.
Say, sprint like you got a pack of wildcats behind you.
Again, run far, run fast, and keep running. Like cut her loose. Cut her loose. It's almost the opposite of the incident from the previous one where the woman is cheating on her husband. You clearly she's fucking not gonna side with you. She's going to make snide comments and side with her family. You're better just leave her alone. At this point, you can't do any fucking worse.
No, I I'm sorry.
I agree.
That one pissed me off.
Oh.
That one really pissed me off.
I love that, Will.
No.
Well, you know that one.
Yes. Yes, I know that one very well. All right. It's been 2 hours. Gentlemen, you know what to do.
Go with the water bottle and trash can?
No. Watch. The memes are going to change. Watch.
Oh, there's a big old watch right there. Look at that.
Whoa.
And it's time to stop.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rodden, we are watching Lord of the War tonight.
Yes.
It's going to be a good one.
Well, it's Lord of War, not Lords of War.
Sorry, Lord of War. If Rodden has his movie review, which is every other Sunday, and then he has his Talking to the Void with me, Angela James, and sometimes WillItForge and Mitch. We've gone through the works of Nicolas Cage, and currently we're going through to do Lord of War.
Oh.
Angela is on Mr. Adams' Retro Arcade.
Just not this week.
Just not this
Possibly
week.
not this week.
She's also with him and Taribot. She's also with me, Mitch, and Functional on Never Watch Alone. Will you be joining us again this week? I do believe you said you have 2 weeks off.
I plan to.
Sweet.
I had 2 Thursdays in a row off.
Sweet. I put in the Never Watch Alone channel the movie that Mitch wants to do. What else? She's also with. She also has Miss Rot. God damn it! What the hell is going on right now?
I think you went back to me.
Yeah, I need to move on. Okay. Well, today was an art stream, was it?
Yep.
And so,
gaming.
What game are you playing?
Still working on the storyline in Grounded with Mooney.
Okay. How is Mooney doing?
He's been recovering well. He's got understandable pain, but it's manageable with painkillers, and they got lumpy out and a reasonable amount of tissue beyond that, and he's just recovering from this hole in his side.
Wait a minute. What do you call it? Just sent me a picture, and I'm going to find it. Travis just sent us a picture. Oh, he sent a picture of his hometown.
Nice.
There you
go. Has he mailed Boogie his cancer yet? His tumors?
Boogie doesn't deserve his cancer.
I think he should. I honestly think he should mail them to him. You know.
I said in Maddy's Discord the other day, I'm pretty sure I know what actually happened, which is he got diagnosed with the secondary version and figured that figured that he could milk his audience for money by saying he had cancer. But then when the treatment they were doing didn't work for the secondary version, they said they wanted to do the bone biopsy to make sure that it wasn't the cancer, and he started flipping out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because even Monkey brought it up that the treatment for the original one is the thing for the second. Or is the treatment for one is the same for both.
Yeah, but he most likely, my point was he probably was not responding to the treatment like they hoped he would, so they want to do the biopsy to see if it's cancer. they probably turned around and just said, "You're such a fat fuck that we're not going to." And I'm not a person who usually says shit like that, but I'm really pissed about people who throw around cancer. So they probably turned around and originally just said, "You're such a fat fuck. You probably just have this and you're fine. So we're going to treat you for this." And then when the treatment didn't work, they said, "Oh shit, well maybe it actually is cancer."
Either way, he's an asshole, and he shouldn't.
I do not deny that.
Like, I don't think he should have grifted with, until he knew for sure what it was. He shouldn't have said anything. But
Like I said,
agree.
I don't say he went about anything the right way. That guy couldn't go wrong. That guy makes so many left turns that he ends up like he couldn't find right if you paid him.
He's making a left turn.
Neo will go there.
Oh man.
But I'm telling you, I'm 90% sure that that's actually what happened. So now he might actually have cancer, and he fucked himself over a million ways come Sunday because he had to turn around and spread a bunch of bullshit first.
Yep. Mr. Adam, you aside from your retro arcade, you doing anything else?
Okay. So it just robot. Did it robot for anybody else or
No.
Okay.
What are you up to?
No. What I'm up to is doing the arcade. Hopefully next Monday we won't have a tornado. We go through our area and shut everything down. It's been a thing. I think it's because we have this old cannon in the studio, and it's constantly shooting out random things. So I think we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with this thing. But yeah, Mondays you can hang out with the arcade. We're gonna be playing games, getting new games with Terry and I to play. It should be fun.
Okay. Mondays, I'm on the Minions channel with Minions of the Zoo. I have never watched along with Angela, Functional, and Mitch Nemo. And then I have the Midnight Show and then various other things. So if you want more of me, you can find that. If you go to the description or in the pinned comment in chat, you will find 5 GoFundMes for my friends Angela Ariaga, James Colley, Moonshock, The Hey Camel, and Maddy. All good people except for James, who's an asshole. And, but he's not here to defend himself, so I'm going to take it back.
Any donations are very appreciated. I'm working on getting my insurance license, but it requires that I take an exam and get a background check, both of which happen to cost money. Literally have to spend money to make money in my case.
Yes, please donate.
Yeah.
If you go to the description, you will also find a schedule for everything that my co-hosts and friends do for the week. It's vaguely up to date. It should be as up to date as possible. I need to add Dr. Functional's his various things there. Mr. Adam, choose 1, 2, or 3.
Wait. 2.
You put him on the spot.
All right, you choose 2? Okay. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for coming out. Next week will be Kyivedam, so it'll be a musical episode.
Oh!
We hope.
Wait, I want to sing with Kyivedam. Can I sing? Oh.
Well, you gotta come. I guess you're gonna have to come back and watch. It's gonna be a musical episode. So, but I thank you all for coming out. Tequila. Dun, 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 dun.
What in the hell was that supposed to be?
The parting glass.
Yesterday.
What house would it be for?
Yesterday on the Minions, we were doing mariachi music. So I went tequila.
Yes.
And gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to you all.
No, go back to the mariachi.
All right, I'm gonna play the outro, and we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for
He's
coming.
into superstition.
So,
Black cats.
Hey, take care. Thanks again for letting me hang out with you on this evening, sir.
Bamba.
Bomba.
Necesito un poco de gracia.
And again, Tier, dude.
Yes.
If we could work out a schedule on a Monday, you're more than welcome to hang out with us and watch me get my ass kicked by Terry. So.
Oh, I've been practicing with Terry, so I think I could defeat him now.
Oh well, he still doesn't have his
his hitbox.
Hitbox. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But still, I could take him. All right, I'm gonna play the outro. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for coming out once again. And again, Kyivedam will be on the show next week. So a musical episode. Oh, and I will be putting out a poll. It has been 12 episodes with the current splash screen. I will be putting out a poll to pick the new one. So I want all y'all to go to my page and vote. I'll put that up
dude, we're
tomorrow.
still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
I'm
still
going.
live.
All right, getting out of here.
Still talking.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away.
That was very nice.